Karen Spark-Jones Lecture. My name's Liz Bacon and I'm the current BCS President. This lecture series is dedicated to Karen Spark-Jones, who was a professor of computing and information at the University of Cambridge, and it's designed to honour women in computing research. Just before we begin, I want to remind people, because you may not have read it in the packs, that this session is actually being recorded. So we will have a question and answer session at the end, just so you're aware that this will be recorded and it will be up on the web shortly. I would like to thank IBM, who have been sponsors of this lecture for the past 4 years and are here tonight in force. We've had a meeting with them, so thank you very much, IBM, for your contribution to this and for making the effort to come along this evening to support this lecture. And I understand you will also be supporting the lecture in future for the next 3 years at least, so we're very grateful for that. Thank you very much for your contribution. This year's lecture will be given by Professor Dame Wendy Hall, who I'm sure needs no introduction at all. However, she will be introduced by Paul Martinenko, who is the Vice President and Technical Executive of IBM Europe, and he's also the VP and Chair of the Professionalism Board of the BCS. So thank you very much. Welcome once again, and I'd like to hand over to Paul to introduce Wendy.
So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I have the privilege of being the Vice President of the Professionalism Board. So I would like to talk to all of you about Chartered IT Professional and when you're actually going to do it. I'm delighted to welcome Professor Dame Wendy Hall this evening on this particular lecture. Dame Wendy is Professor of Computer Science at the University of Southampton and was Head of School of Electronics and Computer Science from 2002 to 2007. She's achieved many external and professional awards and marks of recognition. She was awarded a CBE in the Queen's Birthday Honours List in June 2000 and became a Fellow of the Royal Academy in the same year, Royal Academy of Engineering. She's a Fellow of the BCS, a Fellow of the Institute of Engineering and a Fellow of the City and Guilds. She holds honorary degrees from Oxford Brookes University, Glamorgan University, Cardiff University, the University of Pretoria and Loughborough University. In 2008, she was given the rare honour of being made a guest professor at Tsinghua University, Beijing. She became a Dame Commander of the British Empire in the 2009 New Year's Honours List and was recently elected a Fellow of the Royal Society. And earlier this year was listed by the Science Council as one of the top 100 UK practicing scientists. She holds and has held a number of really prestigious leadership roles. President of the Association of Computing Machinery, the first non-North American to be elected to that role. Okay. Senior Vice President of the Royal Academy of Engineering and President of the BCS. She is a member of the Board of the British Library and Chair of the Diversity Committee of the Royal Academy of Engineering. By any comparison, huge achievements. But this evening I'd like to highlight some other aspects of her work, which are perhaps a better introduction to her interests. And it starts with a couple of her quotes. "I still hate computers. I loathed Fortran." So not much enjoyment there. Perhaps another more telling. "My thrust has always been trying to make things easier to use. I think a little better." So let me draw your attention to her pioneering work in the semantic web, web science, hypermedia systems, and human-computer interaction. Investigating human behavior in relation to technology, and increasingly using technology to improve society and the lives of all our citizens. That's enjoyment. So it won't surprise you that later this evening, on the 50th anniversary of the BBC Horizon programme, Dame Wendy will champion the Dementia Challenge for the Longitude Prize. It's estimated that 135 million people will have dementia by 2050. And if the Dementia Challenge and Dame Wendy gets the most votes, and I'm sure we'll all help with that, then the hard task will be to design intelligent and affordable technologies that enable people with dementia to live independent lives. What an amazing opportunity, and one I'm sure we'll all vote for. And finally, I'll ask you to keep your radios tuned to Radio 4 in July, when much more will be revealed as Dame Wendy chooses 8 records, a book, the Bible is compulsory, and a luxury to accompany her to a mythical desert island. So there it really is true enjoyment. So ladies and gentlemen, Dame Wendy, the floor.